Welcome. Welcome to this Mathcast, where we will subtract fractions by making like units numerically. Intended for 5th grade, created by Brianna Cross. Vocabulary to review. Unlike denominators, when two or more fractions have different denominators. Here we have 2 nines, which has a denominator of 9, and 5 6, which has a denominator of 6. Since 2 nines is 2 parts, each sized 1/9 of the whole, and 5 6 is 5 parts, each sized 1/6 of the whole, we can see that these wholes are broken down into unlike denominators. Then we have the definition for like denominators. When two or more fractions have the same denominators. Here we have 3/4 and 1/4. These have the same denominator of 4. So we can say that 3/4 is 3 parts, each sized 1/4 of the whole, and 1/4 is 1 part sized 1/4 of the whole. Let's start with our first problem. 3/4 minus 3/10. We have 3 parts, each size 1/4 of the whole, and we're going to take away 3 parts, each size 1/10 of the whole. To answer this question, we need to find what fraction of the whole will be left of 3/4 after we take away 3/10, which is represented by this area here. So the first thing we notice when we look at these fractions is that they have unlike denominators. To compare these fractions, we need to find equivalent fractions with like denominators. What common or like denominators could we use? We know that 4 times 5 is 20, and 10 times 2 is 20, so let's use 20 as our common denominator. The next step is to find the equivalent fractions of 3/4 and 3/10 with the common denominator of 20. When we multiply the numerator and denominator of 3/4 by 5, we get 15/20. And when we multiply the numerator and denominator of 3/10 by 2, we get 6/20. Now we can see that we have partitioned each fraction into equal-sized parts. So now these fractions have like denominators, since the parts of each fraction are the same size. We can now compare the number of parts that each fraction has, or the numerators. To find the value of this area, we start with 15 parts and take away 6 parts, leaving us with 9 parts, each sized 1/20 of the whole. So 3/4 minus 3/10 is 9/20. Our problem here is 7/8 minus 1/3. We have 7 parts, each size 1/8 of the whole, and we are going to take away 1 part sized 1/3 of the whole. To answer this question, we need to find what fraction of the whole will be left of 7/8 after we take away 1/3, which is represented by this area here. So the first thing we notice when we look at these fractions is that they have unlike denominators. To compare these fractions, we need to find equivalent fractions with like denominators. We can find a common denominator by multiplying our denominators together. 8 times 3 equals 24. Next, we need to find the equivalent fractions of 7/8 and 1/3 with the common denominator of 24. When we multiply the numerator and the denominator of 7/8 by 3, we get 21/24. When we multiply the numerator and denominator of 1/3 by 8, we get 8/24. Now we can see that we have partitioned each fraction into equal-sized parts. So now these fractions have like denominators, since the parts of each fraction are the same size. We can now compare the number of parts that each fraction has, or the numerators. To find the value of this area, we start with 21 parts and take away or subtract 8 parts, leaving us with 13 parts, each sized 1/24 of the whole. So 7/8 minus 1/3 equals 13/24. Our next problem says, Bill reads 1/5 of a book on Monday. He reads 2/3 of the book on Tuesday. If he finishes reading the book on Wednesday, what fraction of the book did he read on Wednesday? To solve this problem, we need to know how much of the book Bill read on Monday combined with how much of the book he read on Tuesday, so that we can figure out what fraction of the book he read on Wednesday to complete the book. We can write the combined amount of Monday's and Tuesday's readings as 1/5 plus 2/3. When we look at the fractions, one part sized 1/5 of the whole and two parts each sized 1/3 of the whole, we notice that they have unlike denominators because the whole in each is partitioned into different sized parts. To combine Monday's and Tuesday's readings together, we need to find a common denominator. The simplest way to find the common denominator is to multiply the denominators together to find a common multiple. If we multiply 5 and 3 together, we get 15. Let's take our fractions and turn them into equivalent fractions using their common multiple of 15. First, we take 1/5 and we multiply the numerator and the denominator by 3 to get 3/15. And then we take 2/3 and we multiply the numerator and the denominator by 5 to get 10/15. Now we have equivalent fractions of 1/5 and 2/3 that both have the denominator of 15. Now that both fractions have a like denominator, we can add the numerators together. 3/15 plus 10/15 equals 13/15. To compare 13/15 with the whole book, we partition the book into 15 parts. To solve this problem, we can now write 15/15, which is the whole book, minus 13/15 equals the total that Bill read on Wednesday. When we subtract our numerators, 15 minus 13, we get 2/15. So to finish reading the book on Wednesday, Bill read two parts, each sized 1/15 of the book, or 2/15 of the book. Thanks for watching. I used resources from Engage New York and Polypad to create this Mathcast.